happened over the weekend.
A lot did happen?
Well, that the 16-year-old, well, we can't say the words. Just don't say the actual word.
Oh, I got to write down
the
these words I can't say.
Yeah, the 16-year-old birthday party. And then...
Can we say the S word? Like what was happening?
No. You can't say nothing.
Can you say the G word when you hold it in your hand?
Nope. And you doing that's not even good.
I can't do my fingers like this?
Unless you got a cramp or something. You got a cramp.
Yeah, I got a cramp, yeah.
But what the main thing of what we're talking about, and it's what we put on the thumbnail. They finally caught up with Shaquille O'Neal. And you were saying, you asked me if I heard about them catching up.
Yeah, you said that this was old news.
That's old news.
I heard it today on one of the radio stations in Chicago.
They've been trying to catch him. How you gonna miss an 8-foot tall man? 8-foot tall black man.
Doing a lot of commercials. They can go to pretty much any product and find him doing a commercial.
But you notice he always be out. He ain't been out. That's why he been avoiding.
He been laying low, huh?
He been laying low.
What is it all about, though? I didn't understand.
We'll go to that.
Okay,
we'll go to why Shaquille O'Neal was on the run,
hiding out 3 months.
Yep, he was. So, but what did you hear? You said you heard it somewhere.
I was just in the car listening to the one of the major radio stations that we listen to in Chicago, and they brought his name up, and I went, "What was Shaq finally served papers lawsuit for?"
You know how Shaq talk. He talk like they finally caught up. What y'all doing? Are you Shaquille O'Neal? Who wanna know? Do I look like him? You think I'm him? No, my name is. I'm not Shaquille O'Neal. I'm somebody else.
My name's John.
Nobody looks like you. You're Shaquille O'Neal.
They're not as big as he is. They don't.
Or they don't
look
look like him. He can honestly say, "I haven't."
He has a unique look, huh?
Who looks like Shaq?
I'm sure somebody in this country.
He's 8 foot tall.
Maybe not 8 foot, but
a short Shaq. There's a lot of short Shaqs running around.
Short Shaqs. Dirty Shaqs,
right.
Big Shaqs.
But anyway, Shaquille O'Neal served lawsuit after attorneys claim NBA vets spent past 3 months hiding from them. So he was hiding, poor thing.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay, Shaquille O'Neal is widely known for his comedic antics. Okay. And laughable on-screen shenanigans with Charles Barkley.
Yeah,
and that's another one
he's another one.
If they wanted to find him, they could find him.
Goodness.
At TNT. However, the Diesel has been dealing with a much more serious matter as of late, and it's related to legal issues. He's reportedly one of several celebrities that's been named in a class action lawsuit for allegedly being involved in the promotion of a fraudulent scheme. Attorneys previously claimed that they've been trying to reach O'Neal in an attempt to serve him papers, but he's been hiding from them for months. Now, after 3 months of attempts, the lawyers were able to catch up with the NBA vet. The legal situation is connected to the debacle surrounding that FTX. Remember you asked me about the cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Tom Brady thing.
Oh.
A now defunct cryptocurrency firm and founder Sam Bankman-Fried, who reportedly recruited a number of A-listers to promote the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs from Yugo Labs. It's alleged in the suit that the stars were given hidden payoffs while doing so, per legal documents. Now, Yugo's business venture saw it using incidences, marketing and promotional, marketing and promotional activities from an A-list celebrities that are highly compensated. It's also been claimed that the company tried to convince potential retail investors that the price of this digital asset would appreciate. Kevin Hart, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Steph Curry were also among those names in the filing. Now, I had FTX. I got it when their coin. And I got it because of Tom Brady.
Oh.
I don't know if people remember.
Was
if you go back
Brady
and look at our old
coin itself?
No, he was pushing it. He was pushing FTX. And what happened was this guy who was overseeing FTX, he ran off like with the money and stuff.
See, if he hadn't done that, it would have still been a good investment, right?
People don't like crypto. I particularly love crypto, but it's not for everybody. People if you don't understand it, you need to understand it before you get in.
How it moves, how
you
it
buy
goes,
when it's low, you sell when it's high.
So it's like other type of stock where you got to constantly be on it.
Yeah, and then I have an account where I don't touch it at all. Those are the ones that you just let keep, and whether they go up or down, or you don't invest money that you think you might lose, that you can't afford to lose.
Right.
People be investing they rent and everything in that. That's stupid.
Wow.
Because if you lose it, you're gonna be mad.
So if you think if that guy that was over the whole FTX hadn't done what he did,
right, then they would have been fine.
They got paid off or something?
What they saying is that they got paid to promote this, even though they probably knew it wasn't any good or whatever. So, but we'll see. But they finally caught up with Shaq, and he got. It says the case that Shaq is specifically entangled with is a class action lawsuit filed by Edwin Garrison, an FTX customer from Oklahoma. The case is being handled by Adam Musso, whatever, and David Bowes of something law firm. They too have since claimed that the star, known for playing with Kobe Bryant on the Los Angeles Lakers, has either hidden or driven away from servers when approached. A judge even reportedly denied their attempts to serve him electronically. But according to the block, he recently received the papers outside his house on Sunday. So somebody probably told him, "You making it worse for yourself. Just go ahead and take it."
Now this is something that you would have to pay now.
But how is he hiding? That's my I could see him driving away. But at 8 foot tall Shaq, how's he gonna hide?
And he probably don't come to the door when they do come to his house.
He probably looking out the window. What you want? Is Shaquille over there? Is Shaquille O'Neal there? Nah, this is Gardner. You sound like Shaquille O'Neal. No, I'm not. It was Gardner.
No, and him, he'd be so stupid.
Can you open the door, sir, so I can talk to you? Nah, Mr. O'Neal wouldn't want me to open the door.
I can't do that. He's not home right now. You gotta come back.
Can you imagine somebody running up to him to get his autograph? Can I have your autograph, Mr. O'Neal? Who are you? I'm just a regular person. Want to get your autograph?
Why you need it?
Why you need my autograph?
When they did that special with his ex and her getting married to that new guy, they did that reality part of the show showing her getting married, preparing for it. That's when I got to see his kids.
Oh yeah,
their personalities. Yeah, boys. I didn't know he had 3 boys.
Yeah,
and they have different personalities. One of them have similar to Shaq's. So it was nice seeing the dynamics of his kids and how their personalities are in comparison to him and the mom.
Right.
So, okay.
So Shawnee.
Yeah.
Now she a first lady, I guess.
Yeah, she a first lady.
But so I just thought that was funny. Okay. Funny story to lead off
caught up with him.
Shaquille O'Neal. Okay. Emerald says, "Hey ladies." Hey Emerald. All right, y'all. So just so y'all know, I don't see us at the bottom.
Like what?
You know how we normally be at the bottom of the thing right here?
No. You're talking about Zoom.
No, us in here. Our little thing, it'd be at the bottom. It's like this. It's not showing up on your thing, no.
I didn't know that it showed up on mine.
Look at the thing. You can see us in here.
Yeah.
That's how we normally tape. But we normally see it on here, but it don't matter.
Oh, I don't.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. Anyway, we got a joke of the book. A joke of the book.
What's the joke of the book?
What was that you were saying with Daddy and I said it was a man that died? Remember Daddy said it was some man that died or something? Mama said the man died, and then I was telling Daddy, and then he said he couldn't remember anything yesterday, and then I said the man died yesterday because he said the word yesterday.
Yes, because it blended in.
I hate when I'm trying to tell a story and then somebody say something and it takes me all the way off.
It's almost like that Fred Sanford episode when he was counting the jelly beans and somebody came up and started saying, "Well, did you pay the bill today?" Yeah, it was about 500.
And he kept changing
that'd be the new number that he. That's cute.
501, 502. Yeah, I went down there. She was at 1900 20th Street. 1901, 1922. And he got mad.
Because he had to keep starting over.
Okay. But anyway, we have a joke of the day book that we put out. If y'all look at any of our social medias, y'all see that we put out a joke every day.
Yeah.
So we decided to put some of our jokes in a book.
Volume
one, The Woods Report, a joke of a day. 100 family-friendly jokes.
What's on the back?
It's us.
Well, we always say,
are you ready for the joke of the day? Just for the record, she's driving. If we're in the car,
Yeah.
So make sure y'all go pick up this book. It's on Amazon. We have the link in the description. Yeah. But you could go to Amazon and just put in 100 family-friendly jokes, and you'll get our book.
See that cover with us.
So make sure that's the way y'all can support the channel. Yeah. Because people always say, "How can I support the channel?"
Oh, that'll be a good.
That's how you can support the channel.
Thank you, and it'll be a keepsake too.
Right.
Okay.
Keep us going. All right. So that's it.
We'll sign that book if we run into you.
I think what I'll do is when more people buy the book, I'll have people start sending in their picture. Or not a picture or a video or something of them reading a joke or something.
Oh.
And then we can put it on our social media.
That's a good idea.
Because we got over 70,000 people on Instagram. Have them read a joke. Yeah. Okay. And then over 40,000 here. Different mediums, we got different numbers. So, So that's a way to get y'all pages going too if y'all want people to get to y'all pages. Okay. All right, so that was it with Shaquille O'Neal. He finally got served. They finally got him.
Okay.
Accused shooter. Now here's some not good news. This is one of the things that happened. Remember you were saying what happened over the weekend and stuff. Well, an accused shooter in Kansas City shooting of a black teen who went to the wrong house is white man in his 80s. So they finally said who it was.
Oh, the boy went to the wrong house?
A white man in his 80s is the individual who apparently shot and seriously wounded Ralph Yarl, a black teen, on April 13th in Kansas City, Missouri, according to a CNN review of property records, police statements, and detention records. CNN is not naming the man at this time, given he has not been charged. 2 representatives at the Kansas City Police Department Detention Unit read the man's booking information to CNN over the phone. They confirmed the man who was booked on investigation hold was a white man in his 80s, and his home address matches the address where the shooting took place. The representatives also noted he was taken into custody on April 13th, just before midnight, and was released less than 2 hours later at 1:24. Now, do you think because the young man didn't pass away, that's probably why
because he didn't take his life?
If he would have passed away, it would have been hell if they would have let that man go.
He injured him.
The representatives also noted he was taken into custody. Property records and neighbor who spoke on CNN confirmed the man and his wife are the homeowners living in the shooting location.
Kansas City.
So what are we doing here? Are we saying do we want to hear more of the story, or are we going to get mad that this man shot him? Because they protesting now.
Well, I wanted to know what was the boy doing at the house.
Well, he was picking up his siblings. He went to the wrong house.
Oh.
Officers responded to a home on April 13th, just before 10 p.m. after receiving reports of a shooting. When they arrived, they found Ralph, 16, who had been shot outside the residence by the homeowner. Ralph was shot twice and struck in the head and arm.
Why?
And he lived. Can you imagine that?
So I'm wondering if he came to the house, did he make it to the door to ask?
Probably not.
Or did they shoot him before he got to the door, being afraid that he could be trying to come steal from them?
Well, let's go on. It says Ralph was released from the hospital on Sunday, according to a report. Kansas City Star, citing an interview with the teen's father. He continues to improve. He's responsive and he's making good progress. That man better thank God that boy lived. Yeah. After spending 3 nights in the hospital, Ralph is recovering at home, being cared for by his mother, who is a nurse.
Oh, okay.
That helped too, I bet. Family attorney Ben Crump.
He's on this one.
Oh, Lord.
I wish he was on the Shaquille. What's her name?
He was. Is he still not on that?
That black lady was sitting in on the.
I think he jumps in the beginning of stuff to get people to talk, that get the thing.
You don't think rolling. He carries it through all the way to the end?
Unless that's his law firm, and then he just gets somebody else to do the case. Okay. Family attorney Ben Crump claimed the shooting was a racial profiling incident in an interview. That's what I'm saying. I got to hear what's going on here.
Did he threaten that man in any kind of way?
We have been informed by his family that it was a white man who shot the 16-year-old, explaining that he believes the teen was shot. See, you gotta not just say somebody was shot because they was black.
Right.
You give me something else here.
What did he do? What did he say? How was his body
language?
It
is incompatible not to observe the racial dynamics here, said Crump. If the roles were reversed, he continued, how much outrage would there be in America? Well, we already know there would be outrage, but I don't want us to play the black card every time we get a chance to.
Exactly.
At a weekend rally, community and family members marched to demonstrate in front of the man's house, calling the charges to be filed. Protesters marched as they chanted, "Justice for Ralph," "Black Lives Matter," and carried signs reading, "Ringing a doorbell is not a crime." I agree with that.
Yeah.
And the shooter should do the time. I agree he should be charged. If the boy walked up and rang the doorbell and he shot him, absolutely, you get charged.
Thank you.
Because what if I'm somebody delivering a pizza to the wrong house?
Thank you.
You just gonna shoot everybody that come to the house? It
could have been like what we do, door dashing.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
And you've gone to the wrong house.
Wrong house on door dashing. The guy came out. It was a white guy. He came out and he said, "I'm over here." And I went, "Oh, I'm at the wrong house."
Now they could have shot you if it was this 80-year-old man.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
At a weekend rally, community and family members marched and demonstrated in front of the man's house. The man, 80 years old. They probably gonna give him a heart attack.
Oh.
Ringing a doorbell is not a crime. The shooter should do the time. Okay. Who came up with that? The teen's father said, "We want charges. That's what we want." Mama almost said, "Would you shoot somebody, Mom, if they came to the door?"
Oh, gosh. That's why maybe I'm praying that the boy gets more stronger, where he can tell his side of the story.
We want to hear what happened. Because on face value, it does seem like it's racial. Like this black boy came up to my door.
Right.
I don't know who he is.
You didn't have any.
And if he's details. 80, you already know he's in that age group.
Yeah.
Where he's probably already thinking, "Oh my God."
A young black boy intimidates me.
And this man was in the Jim Crow law days. So he know.
And who's to say he didn't do any shootings back then?
Yeah. So I don't know. We got to find out what happened, but definitely should be charged. I definitely think he should be charged.
Yeah.
Now, found innocent and all that stuff, we have to hear what happened. But why is he not? Why did they not book him?
Right.
And charge him?
Right.
For shooting somebody that just came to the door?
Because they do that to cops. When cops use their guns, they have to be sat down until the investigation because they use their firearm. So if that happens to a law enforcer, why wouldn't it not happen to any of us if we use our gun?
Well, let's hear what happened here. Emerging details. See, that's what we need to hear. A neighbor who asked not to be identified, because she probably don't want to be shot by that man either, tells CNN. He come over and did you tell on me?
I heard it.
You tell on me.
On news.
So don't say who I am. A neighbor who asked not to be identified.
They always be in the silhouette when you see them on the new TV. They don't want to be, and they voice be weird.
Tell CNN she called 911 after Ralph came to her door bleeding. She was directed to stay inside her home by the emergency operator for her safety as the shooter's location was unknown. I wanted to help him, but they kept saying that we don't know where the shooter is. Wow. She complied initially, then went outside with towels to help suppress the bleeding.
That's what we would have done.
That's what you're if she would have listened to the 911 operator, he would have died.
you know what? They were probably okay on the other.
I understand what they're saying.
The other side of this,
it could be a gang member chasing after him,
and they've done that. They've been injured, coming to the house saying, "Help me, ma'am, help me," and you come help, and then the shooter's still out there.
And Mama I remember at this other house we was in, it wasn't a good neighborhood. Remember, Mom? That one little Latino boy was running from somebody. It was a gang was chasing him. Yeah. And he ran. Mama was on the porch, and he ran. He looked at her, and then he kept running to go to the back of our house. I told him where to go. Yeah, she told him go back. And then the gang members went by. So they probably was thinking, oh, he ain't go where that black lady is. Mm-hmm. And that's where he was. You saved him, Ma.
And he could have been the bad one.
I know.
Usually gang after gang.
He could have shot
somebody. Both sides was bad.
Thank you. And he running in the back of our yard.
Okay. Or unless anyway, you don't have time to sit and listen to their story. They trying to recruit me, and I don't want to be in the gang.
But she said initially she listened, but then she didn't, and she went outside to help him. She knows how to stop the bleeding. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all.
That's a beautiful thing that
if you don't know how to do it, you will. A lot of times the injuries won't kill you. It's the bleeding. So anytime you gotta stop the bleeding, you gotta put pressure. Right. You gotta lift up.
So he won't lose away a lot of blood.
All that. You gotta cut off the artery.
It's so sad because
not cut the head, but use a belt or something to cut that flow from going.
So sad though, because when they were saying they couldn't locate the shooter, they probably wasn't even thinking that it was the person in the house.
That old man next door. She said, I kneeled down next to him and said, what's your name? Who shot you? She said, Ralph explained he was supposed to pick up my brothers. We figured out then he went to the wrong street, which is no excuse for what happened, she said. This is somebody's child. I had to clean blood off my door, off my railing. That was someone's child's blood. I'm a mom. This is not okay. While waiting for the ambulance, bleeding from injuries to the left side of his head and his right arm, the neighbor said Ralph told her he runs on the high school track team and plays bass, clarinet in the band. He was very alert, she said. He is a very strong man, very brave.
That is beautiful.
And that probably was a white lady that helped him. That's what I'm saying. You can't say everybody white is bad. You can't say everybody black is bad.
Gosh darn it. Why did that man shoot him?
Because let's just guess.
And then he's a gun owner. That's one reason why I'm so concerned. Everybody don't need a gun.
Well,
everybody don't, because you be boom, boom, boom. Everybody come in your house. Boom, 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 boom. Uncle Fred is your cousin.
Right. Well, remember Grandma was trying to shoot everybody that came to her house.
That was an episode. I'm old school.
We had to get rid of her gun.
That was the episode on Golden Girls. When they had gotten robbed, and Betty Davis, Lord, Betty White's character, Rose, was so nervous, couldn't sleep. She bought a gun for the house. Yeah. And she got nervous when they heard what's the name, the one that always sleep with everybody, coming in with a late guy with
Eunice, Gladys,
whatever her name was, and she was coming, and then Rose came out and just started shooting. And she missed her and shot one of the vases on the floor. And that's when
they said we got to take
one
that
played Maud. Yeah, her Dorothy. She said,
you got to take that gun.
You ain't keeping no gun in this house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I think happened was, and we don't know. Again, if it's just a case of him walking up to the door, ringing the doorbell, there is no excuse for that man. I don't care how old he is.
And that's the boy right there.
Yeah.
He don't look like a threat.
There's no excuse.
He's not even a big guy.
For him to do that. Aww. To fire on this boy for having the wrong address. Now, if he's coming up to the house and he's looking in the windows and he's trying to lift it up or that's
scared.
Different.
That man's
because
scared.
Now I'm scared. Did he walk around the house? Did he go to the back of the house first? If all of this plays
like he may have rang
it,
the doorbell and nobody answered. So he wanted to see if they were in there.
So now he's looking in the windows. He's going around the back. If all of that happened, yes, I can understand why I would shoot you. Because, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'll shoot you too.
Think about it.
Yeah, because I'm not giving you no chance to get in my house. I told you
that when we lived in my mom's house, the guy was climbing in the window.
Thank you. Not giving you that chance.
He climbing in our kitchen window. Right. And I was waiting for him to come in.
And there's no reason.
And I pointed the gun at him.
And there's no reason to walk around the back of somebody's house or look in their windows. Yeah,
it was purposely in our backyard coming into our house.
Now, I would understand that. Okay. And I'm not an old white man. Yeah. And it don't matter what color they are. I would still shoot. White, black,
Other than that, if he did a normal walk up to the door. If he just
walked up to the house.
Ring the doorbell.
And the man opens the door. And shot him. There is no excuse for that. And I agree. I agree with Ben Crump then. It is totally 100% racist. Yeah. Because would he have done that if that was a young white boy who had rang his doorbell?
Wow. Have they talked to this guy?
We don't know. And that's the other thing.
They need to question him.
Was he not booked and questioned?
Yeah, they let him go right away.
They let him go too fast. And I don't know if it's because this boy didn't die. Maybe that's why.
But I thought, okay, you guys help me with the law. I thought the person had to be in your home for you to use your firearm.
I thought you told me
because somebody said I'll shoot him in the yard and drag him in.
Depends on the state, because stand your ground state, you could be anywhere.
Oh,
you could stand your ground. You could be
anywhere, in my yard, my driveway. Okay,
I could be anywhere.
Because I thought they had to be in your home.
Right? No, that's what the Trayvon Martin in that state. Wow. It was stand your ground.
Okay, what state is this? Kansas.
It says Kansas City.
The
Missouri.
mayor, she spoke up and said that she understands because the outrage.
Yes,
and she said She said I definitely understand people's feelings towards this, and they're looking into it.
We got to look into it.
Investigate.
We got to investigate. And the boy is alive, so he can say, did I go around the house? Did I look in the window?
Let's hope.
That's just
that he's honest like that.
This is my prayer.
I don't want two stories.
This is my prayer. Because I don't want another racial. I'm hoping that this man was not some 80-year-old racist. I'm hoping that this little boy says, I didn't know I was at the wrong house, and I was ringing the doorbell.
And nobody
answered. I knew my brothers and sisters was there, so I started looking in the windows.
Yeah.
I went around the back, and I came around back to the front, and I was banging or knocking on the door hard, banging, because I know y'all in there. And then this man just opened the door and shot me. I want it to be that story versus I literally walked up to the door, rang the doorbell like a pizza man, and he opened the door and shot me.
Yes, thank you. That we don't want that answer.
And he's 80. That doesn't help.
Okay.
It doesn't help that he's 80.
Like for some reason,
and he's white.
80, 70, 80, 90 years old takes me back to my mom's
Thank
days
you.
when he had to deal with racism.
This is the age. This is the age where there was a separation between black people and white people.
This is the age where he called black people colored or the N-word.
Or maybe he was nice. Maybe he wasn't a racist and he's 80.
Yes, hope not.
We don't know this man.
Okay.
We need to know who this man. How about who this man? We need to know this man.
So we'll be praying for this little boy.
Does he have a history of racism?
Yeah.
Does he have a history of firing his...
Have he used that gun before?
Other than this boy being in the band and running for track, is he ever gotten in any trouble? I'm sure he hasn't.
Him down now as a student. I don't like that.
All right. Okay. Wendy says, hello, darlings. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
M. Perk says, hi, ladies. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
Wendy says, does he feel any remorse for shooting him?
We don't know. That's
what we got to find out.
Very good question.
And now everybody's saying hi to each other.
Okay.
All right. So let's find out. I'm not getting out of... Y'all don't see me picking in for hardly anything. I'm not picking in for nothing until I know...
You got to hear the details.
I got to hear.
Because sometimes the very people who get up in front of the cameras when their loved ones lives have been taken, they quick to go the blame. Yeah. And it could be their child was the one that acted crazy.
And everybody on the block wanted your child to get knocked off. Right. Because he's a troublemaker.
Yes, he's a baby kid.
But this guy apparently is a band player. And then for him to tell the lady that while she's helping him.
She maybe wanted to talk so he wouldn't go.
So he wouldn't go. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
Stop the bleeding and also keep the person alert.
Right.
Maybe try to talk to him. And so where you from? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
School, young man.
Try to find out what happened, like she did. Who shot you?
I played a violin, and I also run track.
And isn't it somehow God sent him to that lady's house?
Yes, because she didn't have to help. But you know what? I don't know what kind of training your 911 people need to know, though, because...
No, you said that they tell them don't go out there because the shooter's still out there.
I would not listen to them.
I don't know.
We're vigilantes. Remember, we've been known to chase people with our own cars.
But I probably would have pulled them in the house. I wouldn't have stood out there.
Oh, you wouldn't have been on the porch.
No, I wouldn't.
But then I'll be afraid to move them.
No, you can move them.
You think?
Yeah, you can move it. He didn't walk over there. He didn't move enough. Okay. I think what I would do is I would have pulled him in the house
for safety,
just in case the shooter's still out there.
Right, make sure, because they may want to
come there. They see you pulling him in the house
that he's still alive. You know, if it's gang related, they're trying to take his life. They still see him moving, and and you may get crossfire from the shooting.
So I would pull him in the house, and then I would say, "Go get the gun." Because if somebody try to come over here and get him, they got to go through all of us.
Okay.
And I'm shooting anybody that come in the yard. I don't care if it's the neighbor across the street coming over to see what's going on. What's going on? One more
get
second.
Off my land.
Joe,
get off my land.
Because in this case, it was the neighbor who shot him. Yeah. If the 80-year-old man was coming over there, I'd be like, Bob, stay where you are. I'm just coming over to help. No, Bob, I don't know. You could be the shooter.
That's true.
Nobody comes over here.
That's true.
Until the police get here.
Oh, that's a lesson this boy learned. The wrong house.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Kansas City.
His life would have been taken.
All right, so that's it. That's that story.
That's a good story.
Judge prepares for start of the Dominion versus Fox trial amid settlement talks. Now, these people with these voting machines, the Dominion voting machines, are suing Fox for billions of dollars.
Yes, they lost a lot of
what we
credibility and money, right?
What we think is getting ready to happen is Fox is trying to stall by saying, we may do a settlement, or whatever. So the judge is getting tired of it. He's like, we starting this trial. I'm not hearing no more about y'all in this settlement stuff. Mm-hmm. On Monday morning, in a hearing that barely lasted a few minutes, Davis told the courtroom packed with reporters and almost totally attorneys that the delay is not unusual. I have not gone through a trial longer than 2 weeks that has not had some delay, Davis said. He said he had built in a few access days for the trial, which is scheduled to last 6 weeks. What I believe is going to happen is there's going to be a settlement.
You think?
Because there's too much evidence that's coming out that all of these people,
mess them up.
They knew that they was lying.
Yeah.
They knew that this machine didn't have anything to do with that.
It's fabricated. Everything was, they was creating a narrative.
They went with a narrative.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So not only are they going to get sued by this company, but I guarantee you they probably going to get sued by family members of the deceased cops or whoever passed away. Because they are the ones that led those dumb people to run in January 6th, just like Trump did.
Oh, no fair.
They're going to say it wasn't just Trump who said that the election was rigged. Fox News said it too.
Yeah,
and that's a reliable news source. Yeah. That's what they're going to say.
Yeah. You helped put a stamp on that lie.
Yeah. So that's what I think is going to happen there. I think they're going to settle for billions of dollars.
Okay.
Nobody's going to get fired. Maybe a few underlings will get fired. But none of the giant heads.
Mr. Tucker.
Hannity's not going to get fired.
He ain't going nowhere.
Tucker's not going to get fired because I think he got something on
everybody. And we never did a follow-up what happened to the black lady that was let go.
Oh, we got to find out from MSNBC?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to find out what happened to her.
Yes.
We found out with the Shaquille Robinson that what happened there.
My mom said tune in on CNN. They had a recent update with what's her name? Shaquilla's mom and sister and her lawyers.
It wasn't really no update, Mom.
Yeah, I mean it was. It wasn't an update, but it was. They
was pretty asking them how they feel that the judge.
Well, they shed a little light on why
they dropped the case.
They dropped the case because one of the comments was the video. They were not sure of the timing of the video. Because that video they felt could have been taken any time, and they wasn't sure
earlier,
and they was not sure of the people in the video.
And what was she like after the video?
Exactly.
But the bottom line is they did enough of other things, lying, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
That to me, that's stopping an investigation.
Yeah.
If you don't tell me what happened, and the coroner says different, you said alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not how she passed away. So if you come back telling us alcohol poisoning, you're interfering with the case. Yeah. That's my opinion. Yeah. Also, you're the camera. You filmed her, and you filmed her naked. Yeah. It's like a million things they could get them on. She said
the black lawyer that's, I don't know if they're part of Crump's legal team or not, but Crump wasn't the one that was doing the talking. It was a female black lady. She said the sadness about the FBI failing them is the time frame. They didn't take it serious. Yes. They didn't think that this was some, they was just having fun and got drunk or whatever. They lost a lot of time. She said since then, the people that's in that video changed their phone numbers, relocated. Yeah. A lot has happened since. And damn it. And they even messed with a lot of the evidence. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wendy says videos are time stamped when they're sent.
That's what thank you. Duh.
So we'll see. We'll still follow. We'll still follow along with that. With that case.
Okay. And then you said this one would be.
And then this one, I believe this with these machines. Mm-hmm. I believe Fox is gonna settle. They gotta settle
because they don't want to. Usually, when you settle, to me, they don't want to go to trial. Worms open up when they want trial.
They want it to close and be done with this. Because if you go to trial, now we got to hear all the video of y'all talking about Trump behind his back.
Yeah. All of that would be put out there again.
All that's going to come
Fox
back.
is trying to cover themselves.
Yep.
So, okay.
Wendy says if they would get Dejanay, she would talk. There's a warrant for her arrest already. Yeah. Okay. They just dropped the ball on this, and we all know why.
And remember what we said, Wendy, Friday. We just pray that all those involved will be very.
They can't sleep at night.
Yeah, it would just bother them. Their conscience.
Somebody gonna walk to the police station and turn themselves in.
Yeah,
and they're gonna tell on everybody else.
Yeah.
Because especially if you didn't have your direct hand in it. If I'm somebody who was there and I'm just one of the friends, even though I'm going to do some time,
I ain't going down for the main crime.
I'm going to go in, I'm going to talk, and I'm going to make sure that the ones that had something to do with it go away for a long time. Then I'm going to do a deal with the police.
Cut a deal like most of them
or the FBI, and maybe I'll spend 4 years in prison and then I'll get out.
And some probation. Thank you.
Wendy says, trouble them in their dreams and give them no rest. In the name of Jesus.
Yes.
We agree.
Okay.
2 or 3 touch and agree. All right. 4 dead. Now, this was another thing that happened over the weekend.
Lord, okay.
4 dead.
Oh, yeah, I heard this today on the news.
4 dead, multiple injured after a gunman opens fire at a Tallahassee County birthday party.
16-year-old girl having a birthday party. She said her brother was one of the ones that was shot.
The Lake Martin Community Hospital treated 15 teenage victims for gunshot wounds Saturday night. 6 of the victims were treated and released. 9 of the victims were transferred to other hospitals, including UAB. Dadville, where this has happened, because I went to school at UAB.
I was going to say, is that the school you went
to? That's the school I went to.
Oh, that's in Birmingham.
Dadville is in, you see how you almost got me to say Dadville is in Birmingham. Dadville, see, that's what we talked about at the beginning, where you saying something while I'm talking.
And it's mixed in with what you're saying.
Mixed in what I'm saying. UAB is in Birmingham. That's where I went to school.
University of
Alabama, Birmingham. One of my schools. I went to so many schools. Birmingham and Montgomery are the 2 largest cities next to each other.
Okay.
Dadeville is right between the 2.
Oh.
So it's
on the way to Montgomery.
It's leaving whatever way you're going. It's between Montgomery, probably maybe closer to Selma.
So this is that area where this happened.
The largest hospital would be UAB.
Oh.
So they had to take 9 of the victims to UAB.
From her birthday party shooting.
Investigators say the number killed remains 4 people, but for the first time since the shooting revealed that 28 others were injured. Investigators say some of those injuries are critical.
This reminds me of, I'm wondering if this party, remember y'all watched the Bill Cosby episode where Claire and what's his name was out of town, and Theo had the house by himself and he invited 5 friends and bring their girlfriends, and they were having a small little get together at the house.
Yeah.
It grew into 200, 100 people. Yeah. Some people in the bedroom. Some people that broke the tables. I'm wondering if it's one of those kind of
This
parties
was
that
not
got
at
out of hand.
But it wasn't at a home.
I'm
it's
sure.
at a place.
But I'm wondering if it
it was adult. The parents and stuff. Everybody was there. It's not no just wild teenage party.
No. I'm not saying wow. I wondered, did it get out of hand with her guest?
No. This person, listen to this.
Okay.
So 4 people were okay. Whatever. State investigators said the shooting happened around 10:30 p.m. Saturday. 10:30, still early.
200 block of
in that
area. Okay.
Investigators say the shooting happened at a birthday party. Community members tell WVTM 13 that it was a birthday party for a teenager. Officials have not confirmed the ages of the victims. Okay. Let's see. State investigators have not confirmed if a suspect is in custody at this time. However, they did confirm that there is no active threat to the public. How do they confirm that there's no active threat to the public, but you don't know who the person is that did all the shooting? You see how they say stupid stuff?
That don't make sense.
We got a guy out there who came in and shot people, but you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He just had a problem with them.
Yeah.
Not you.
You okay. It was
so if he decides that he wants to have a shootout at the OK Corral, and I happen to be getting groceries at a gas station or something,
no, and that ain't gonna
I don't
happen.
have nothing to worry about.
He had beef with just the people at that party.
Stupid. Just dumb. I hate when they do that.
Okay.
So active shooter out there. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So we don't know. We don't know anything about this shooter. We don't know anything.
Ooh.
Go stand. Go walk away instead of doing that.
Fine.
All right. I hate when you do that.
I have to breathe and sit
I know,
back.
but you act like you getting she act like mom. She getting a cramp.
I'm like, where
it's like she could just walk away.
I don't feel like walking away if I can get it out
but
right
people
now.
don't want to see you have a cramp on live.
I'm not having a cramp on live.
You doing this. God,
like somebody pregnant.
Yeah.
I think the baby's coming.
Just get up and walk away. For goodness, you want to stay right here in the mix.
Yeah, I'm that dedicated.
All right, here we go.
Go ahead,
let me see. Wendy says, it only takes one to talk. I felt your side, Kim. Oh, when you made me say that word. Another shooting. Another shooting. Yep. So we don't know what's going on. They believe that it is somebody who knows whatever or whatever.
It's unfortunate that people you invite, family.
I don't even think this person was probably invited.
No, the sad thing is when you brought the other day, I think it was Friday, when you talked about whatever day it was last week about that grandmother who ended up shooting at the funeral.
Oh yeah,
So you don't know when things is gonna go off at a gathering, family gathering, wedding, funeral, in the store, in the church, in the parking lot. Oh my God!
Wendy says, Lenore, did you say you are not getting another booster? Nah. She not getting another one.
I had
her foot swollen.
I had a reaction to the first one.
What did I misunderstand you? Oh, I don't know, Wendy. I don't know where you at. The typing is, we don't know. Okay, so yeah, and then did you know Ricky Smiley went on here on his show? Well, on his Instagram. Mm-hmm. One of the guys who's a friend of his, a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. His son passed away. He was one of the ones that was shot. So he was saying send up prayers for the family and stuff. Yeah.
That's sad.
So you remember Ricky's from Birmingham.
Yeah,
He's
that's
Alabama.
His area.
That's his area.
Right. That's right.
All right, y'all. So Little Durk, what time I'm at? 42. Okay. Little Durk, the rapper. You wrote his name down, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Little Durk donates $350,000 in grants and scholarships to Howard University.
Okay.
People don't ever say nothing good about
Did he go
Durk.
there himself?
And he's from Chicago, so you know I'm going to shout him out.
Okay.
Little Durk has announced the development of the Durk Banks Endowment Fund in collaboration with Amazon Music. Additionally, the rapper is providing 2 students from Chicago with $50,000 scholarships to attend Howard University.
That's a beautiful amount of money.
And that's why I said he's from Chicago.
Oh, I would have done very well with $50,000 when I was in school.
So these are the checks. Howard University, $250,000. So he has this much.
He does well as a rapper.
Yeah, Pamela Glover. He gave her $50,000.
That's beautiful.
And Jamal Edwards.
That's beautiful.
He got $50,000.
And you know what? And even in crazy world, crazy land, as crazy as sometimes people may not, I don't know, You still planting a seed.
Yep.
I think we don't understand that the word is as far as everybody in the world, as far as the natural.
Yeah.
Because it's first the natural, then the spiritual. So anybody that plants seeds of goodness
right.
in people's lives, whether it's education, scholarships, whatever, they're reaping that. That's a good thing that you're planting.
The first 2 recipients of the scholarship will be announced today during Little Dirk's performance at Howard University. We just saw who they are.
Good.
The 2 students were selected from 20 participating in his Neighborhood Heroes, HBCU College and Career Readiness Cohort Program. So he has a program in Chicago.
That's good.
See, that's what I'm saying.
He's not just some rapper that everybody already stereotype.
I want them to give back, and
good.
They do. But
like
nobody
that.
Talks about it.
They
only talk
about the negative.
When they negative.
He did something to some person.
Yes.
He violated some girl. He has 10 kids.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
In addition to the 2 individual $50,000 scholarships, Little Dirk will also donate the $250 to Howard's Grace Grant, a program created to help students needing tuition assistance.
Yes. I wanted to do that with our sorority, but our chapter.
Yeah.
But I know there's Chicago chapters that are making a lot of money that they do that.
Yeah.
While the kid is in school and they're having hardship.
Yeah.
So that's good.
All right. So there we go. He's put money to the Grace Grant and look at this person. I received the Grace Grant my last 2 years at Howard, and it was a blessing.
Oh, did this Dirk go to Howard?
No. Dirk is just a dude from Chicago. He didn't
go to college or whatever?
I wonder what his connection is with Howard.
Yeah. Continues to give back through his neighborhood.
Little Dirk is not a stranger to giving back and holding it down for his community. In 2022, he announced the launch of his Career Readiness Program. Through his Neighborhood Heroes Foundation, the goal was to change the lives of 20 students.
That's good, dude.
Through this program, students were given the opportunity to go on an HBCU college tour, which is what we do.
Does.
Our foundation that was created by our sister
Tyler
and for her late son, Tyler Hill Foundation. We give scholarships for HBCU college tours and also scholarships for kids to go to school.
Yeah. If they and their background has to be sports,
right? Because Tyler was into sports.
Because there are a lot of kids that are out there who are good in sports, but they may not get a scholarship.
Yes, yep.
So,
furthermore, they were also able to visit various institutions in Atlanta and Alabama. Furthermore, a few of them were invited to New York City to meet executives from Sony, Alamo Records, and the New York Knicks, where they were able to shadow seasoned professionals.
Aww.
So he's doing a lot. We look at them. They got their little shirts on and stuff.
That's nice.
Dirk's Heroes.
Dirk's Heroes. I like that.
I love it.
This is the type of news I like to hear every entertainer, athlete, person that's making well over 6 figures doing in the community.
Little Dirk and the Neighborhood Heroes gives almost 30,000 bottles of hand sanitizer to inmates and staff. They don't have hand sanitizer in prison.
I'm sure they do. He probably just gives more. I'm thinking they do. Because especially when we had the pandemic, they had to keep their hands clean and stuff. A lot of them were getting sick too. I remember a lot of the prisoners were getting COVID.
Yeah.
And they took a while to move them around where they wouldn't infect other people. But they had a big thing about that in prison.
It says, if you know Dirk, you know that giving back is in his blood. From being on the front lines, feeding Chicago's essential workers during COVID, to providing back-to-school supplies to elementary school children. He is definitely a valued voice of this generation.
He reminds me of Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. Now, he's a gangbanger now.
That's why I was saying.
He's a shooter now.
That's why I was saying you got some hardcore people out there.
But if you're not banging, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
You know what? That's between you, hopefully, and your. And
I'm saying if you're not a banger, you ain't on the other side
of it. But if you still planting the seed to give people to impart in their lives, so I still give you that because you're gonna reap that regardless. That's good.
And it seems like he's pulling away from that whole old
lifestyle
block because Vaughn, who was his friend, who died. They keep saying he's a serial killer because he was killing people, but it was gangbangers and stuff. or people's family members that was gangbangers.
Do you consider a gangbanger a serial killer? Yeah, that's something to think about.
That's why they saying
that is something.
The answer is yes, about. Because if you kill more than 1 or 2 people, you are a
gangbanger.
You're a serial
killing
killer.
Other gangbangers,
but you're still a serial killer.
You're a serial killer. That's scary.
But he died, and recently, Little Durk kind of did some kind of a diss thing or something. Not like major, but kind of like making it seem like he pulling like that's old kind of like I'm into some whatever.
I'm trying to
and a lot of the guys don't like the direction he's going in. But I like the direction he's going in, and I hope nobody does anything to him because of that. Now, some people could be like he's trying to sow some good seeds because he might be the next one that gets the repo charges that they going after everybody now. So, like Young Thug did a lot of good stuff in the neighborhood too.
He asked for favor,
and then they went and grabbed him up on repo charges.
Law reciprocity.
So let's look at the good stuff they do.
That's right.
So. Wendy says the law of reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
All right, you reap what you sow.
Mm-hmm. Good and bad.
Budweiser pivots with new ad after partnership with the transgender TikTok star stirs backlash.
They talked about this on The View.
They went back to the horses.
Sonny made a joke about it because with all that's going on with this transgender thing. Alyssa said, kind of alluded what I was saying, and when we were talking about last week. Mm-hmm. The audience, the followers, they don't really drink that drink.
You got to know your audience.
Alyssa was like, why would you?
You got to know your audience. Why would you do? And it's up there every right to if they want to put, because we don't know who the CEO is or what his beliefs are. Mm-hmm. He could want to do it just to push them ahead. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But this backtracking lets me believe he doesn't. It lets me believe they made the wrong call. Oh. Because he's not standing on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If he stood on it, then I'll be like, okay, maybe he's trying to...
Oops, we went... Yeah. Kind of stepped in boo-boo.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, the makers of Budweiser and Bud Light are trying to change the narrative surrounding the company with a new ad campaign. The campaign follows a partnership with transgender influencer that sparked some outrage. Oh, they got cans and everything.
I didn't know the can had rainbow.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Monday morning, a new Budweiser ad campaign launched that Anheuser-Busch hopes will help the company ride out a boycott. It features the nostalgia of the iconic Clydesdales galloping through.
That's what they're known for.
An all-American landscape.
You can't go wrong with a horse.
With men grabbing a couple of cold ones together. Oh, look at the Clydesdales.
They put that out too quick.
Coming through farmland.
Yes.
And we're drinking a beer.
Proud of those horses.
Get your beer. Get your beer.
The Clydesdales.
As we watch the Clydesdales, it's nothing like an Anheuser, Bud Light,
whatever they made.
Beer. You know I don't drink beer.
Now, Sonny said that this is not
all American.
She said it's not American made.
It's not
Belgium or something. She said Europe somewhere.
But people think when they think of America, they think of Budweiser.
Beer. I don't want beer associated with America if that's the main drink.
The ad
apple pie I can do.
Apple pie and beer.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet. Remember that commercial?
No.
Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
All right. The ad comes 2 weeks after Bud Light's partnership with transgender influencer Dylan McVaney or whatever. So there you go. They mad. They trying to bring the Clydesdales.
Moving quickly.
It may work. Clydesdale, those horses work.
Hopefully the people will forget.
They won't get mad.
They'll get rid of them cans and those little rainbow bottles.
Yeah.
It was somebody.
They should have brought the Clydesdale out during the January 6th thing. If they was ripping into the building, the Clydesdale should have just been coming down the street with an American flag.
It was funny, though, because when we talk about rainbows, something just hit me when I was watching this one pastor on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And he did a whole different teaching on the rainbow. Mm-hmm. And he was saying, gosh darn it, the LGBTQ hijacked the rainbow. Because he said, do you know the original meaning of the rainbow in the Bible?
Right.
And how the ark, after the dove went out,
flood.
And the peace and the
God
flood.
Sent a rainbow
he
saying
said they didn't hijack the dang on rainbow.
God sent a rainbow saying that he'll never destroy the earth with water again.
I didn't think about that until he said that.
No, it's hijacked.
Now every time if I do a rainbow in my creative, my clients will go,
no, we can't do rainbow.
Do that.
Well, you came home with some rainbow boots.
It's a little thing on my boots.
I said you scream
that has a rainbow on it, and I said,
you scream lesbian.
Those boots is so comfortable.
You wearing rainbow boots.
I just have to have my pants covered.
Hold on. You wearing rainbow boots and your hair
my
cut.
hair's cut like this.
You probably scream lesbian.
Oh, she a lesbian for real.
Yeah.
Look at her rainbow boots.
Yeah, you look like a lesbian.
I didn't purposely know that.
If a lesbian has a certain look.
But it's so funny because when we were at, my friend and I, all of us were at the women's basketball game. I don't know why a women's basketball game, the WNBA, attracts a lot of gay women.
Yeah.
And they was trying to check her out, and they was checking my friend out who had blonde hair,
that
cut
hairstyle,
real short.
Those hairstyles.
They gave me a look where they knew, oh, she don't flow that way. Okay, I'll leave her
Your
alone.
hair wasn't cut like that though.
But still,
looking like that.
No, our other friend hair wasn't cut like that.
No, but go like that with them rainbow boots.
And the look I'm gonna give them, they know I don't flow that way.
Well, whatever.
Okay, we'll see.
But you give everybody a man.
I know.
Everybody
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Why are you trying to hit on me?
It's like you asexual.
I don't know. Okay.
Well, you part of the rainbow.
No, I'm not.
If you asexual.
I'm not asexual.
I know, I'm just being funny.
Don't put that.
No, I'm saying asexuals are part of the rainbow.
I'm not asexual.
I know, I'm saying they don't like anybody.
Oh, okay. No,
they're part of the rainbow.
No, I'm attracted very much to the men.
Right, to men.
To God.
And ugly men, too.
I know. She's always cracking on the kind of men that I'm attracted
to. Some of them are ugly.
It's making you feel comfortable and funny and down to earth.
Yeah, but some of them
Do they have to be like drop dead gorgeous?
No, but I don't like ugly men.
Oh, well.
Okay. Emerald says, I noticed Budweiser has been overdoing it with the commercials this past weekend. Yeah. They really trying to change that narrative.
Yeah.
And Wendy says, I believe people should be the way they want to live, but don't push it down my throat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Give you the option to.
That's what I'm saying.
Make those decisions.
Everybody just relax and calm down. Just be you.
Yeah.
They push it. It's like, here's the thing.
In your face.
The LGBTQ community, in my opinion, are going in the same direction as PETA. Remember when PETA first came out, we was like, oh man, that's bad how they treat animals. And
they made you take a double look on animals.
Maybe I won't eat a burger today.
Or the treatment of them, even how they slaughter them.
Yeah, maybe let me look at how they doing this. But overboard. Throwing paint on people and for fur coats and everything is everything. You're an animal killer.
What's his name?
Everything.
The football player, they was gonna put him under the jail for having dog fights.
What are your shoes are made out of? What is this? What is this?
And the sad thing about it is a lot of people that are doing the dog fights, and the cock fights, and all of the rooster fights, and they're mistreating animals, and that's real bad.
But I understand how they feel. Mm-hmm. But like Wendy said, don't cram it down my throat.
Right.
Because what you make people do is you make people go the other way just because you're trying to do it so much.
Right.
Every show and every movie does not have to have two gay men.
I know. They put it in your face now. Commercials. I noticed.
It'd be a regular show we've been watching, and then all of a sudden
there's a gay couple.
It's like
they want you to get
them characters gay.
They want you to get so used to it.
We never even thought about the character having sex. Why do I care?
You made a good
point.
They
gay.
You made a good point. I don't want to see nobody having sex.
Yeah,
heterosexuals or homosexuals. I don't want to see sexual scenes.
No, but I'm saying, what if it's a show that we watch?
Yeah,
and the sex of the character doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't. We don't care.
Their sexual preferences.
Yeah, they don't date in the show. They don't do anything. And they come in with this and they'll be like, well, this person is gay. What do we mean? What?
But you know what? I think it is too, because people are writing, people that are part of the
LGBT, they want to see themselves.
They want to be represented like we say as Black people of color. I want to see more Asians.
And they probably said the same thing when we was being shown up. What do you need a Black nurse for? What do you need the Black?
They got the doctors Black, the nurses Black, and the maintenance man. All Black. There's too many Black people
on the Brady Bunch. Why do they have to have a Black girl come to the Brady Bunch?
With her yellow dress on. I remember that scene. I'm like, oh, they finally put a Black girl.
No, they all had a Black friend.
Seinfeld never had a Black person until
later on. But the Brady Bunch always had a Black friend. Even the boys, Bobby had a Black friend.
Was some Black boy just hanging there.
They never had main parts, but they was always in the group. They always had a black friend.
Now it's too many blacks. Too many black characters. Oh, and then biracial. They showing
so maybe that was
couples.
Their way. Maybe that was their way.
All these commercials now are trying to show how America is.
But just relax a little bit on it. Because what you're doing is the same thing with the transgender thing. You pushing it too much.
It's in our face. It's like this.
It's like relax a little bit. Let people drum up to the ideal a little bit.
Yeah.
Before you cram it down people's throats.
Thank you.
It takes a lot for somebody to give birth to a boy, and then he dresses like a girl,
and you're like. You're trying to digest that first. Wait a minute, I'm getting used to you being a boy.
And it doesn't mean they don't support them. They may be like, I'm gonna support you.
Right.
But don't come asking me to wear my clothes and we gotta go get our hair done and nails done together. So just relax a little bit.
Give me time to
give me warm up to it a little bit.
Thank you.
For goodness sake.
Thank you. That's funny though.
All right. So Emerald says, amen, Wendy, about not pushing it down your throat. Wendy says, and what's that new name? They want to call us a cis woman. I am not a cis woman. I'm a woman.
What's a cis woman?
A cis woman means you're born a natural woman. You're really not a woman anymore. You're a cis woman. See, that's what I'm talking about. You do too much. You got the transgender thing coming out. You got called. We gotta now change our name to cis woman.
How are you categorizing a baby
you doing
that
too
don't
much.
know who they are?
You got non-binary, which means you don't identify with either one.
Right.
You got a person who is born a man, transitions to a woman, but still likes women. Yeah. So now he's a lesbian transgender.
Right.
Then you got it's too much. Just let people meet them where they are. Well, as long as they're not hurting you, leave them alone.
I was talking to Mom. I said, Mom, in the car the other day, I said, Ma, you know what? In the news, they even said somebody was getting upset for being called missing. Remember down south? Yes, ma'am. Yes. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah. No, sir. They can't say that no more. Yeah. You can't say yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
My mother rolled over
because you don't know.
Hold on. What you getting ready to say, Mom?
You're right. When you say leave them alone, whatever they are. Because in the final end,
all right,
God is the judge and the jury.
Right.
He's going to be the one to judge.
Right. Okay. So that has nothing to do with anything.
She had to roll over to say that.
She had to roll over to say that.
I had to say that.
Okay.
At the end, God is the judge. Okay, whatever. But anyway, it has, and which again has nothing to do with anybody's spirituality, whatever they identify with.
Exactly.
Emerald says, I am not a cisgender woman either. God made me a woman, so don't rename me.
Thank you.
So there you go. So just let everybody relax a little bit. And I think Budweiser was trying to cram this down their people's throat, and they didn't want it.
But the
beer drinkers don't like it.
The funny thing is when they're saying they're not a cis woman, I don't even care. Here's the thing. I don't care what you call yourself. What are you when you get sick and go to the hospital, the doctor has to do surgery on you? You can label yourself whatever you want to label, right? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when you need medical attention,
they're going to have to know what you are.
What are cis? Well, I see female organs. Now, what organ is hurt now?
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, come on.
All right. Oh. Okay, scientists predict humans can upload deceased family member friends to their computers by the end of the year. Now, we already passed our hour, so I'm not going to go in detail with this.
They talked about
but
this
we keep talking about AI. We keep talking about AI. Is this a bad thing or a good thing? Can you upload everything about your relative in a computer so that even when they pass away, they can still sit as a hologram and have a conversation with you?
One of the news people
that's spooky, ain't it?
One of the news people was saying when they were talking about this on the news, he was like, that's spooky. He said, no, their spirit's gone, their body's gone. Why would I want to talk to recording? Or why would I want to talk to what things that they would normally say that's been programmed into them? They're gone. Release them.
Yeah.
Let them now. If they visiting you spiritually, then that's something else.
No, this is a hologram.
But this is a hologram, so I think now, you have control over
now,
this.
The way you said that, you're not saying that when they say celebrities are coming back as holograms of Whitney Houston.
Well, concerts that they give.
And how they family probably don't like that. They family probably like, let them go. Let Michael go. Let Whitney go.
I get it if you got video recordings of them and every time you'll sit down and kind of remember and reminisce.
See, that's why I told you I'm mixed on that. I don't think there's a problem Well, you reliving the moment over again.
Yeah.
Like if we're sitting down and we're talking and I'm recording you, and then you pass on and I hit play and a hologram of you comes up and we have a conversation and it's similar to the one we had or whatever, somebody would say, well, that's all been programmed before she passed away.
They had this old lady on the show, this Asian lady. She had the things on when you can see, you know how you play those games?
Yeah.
Her little granddaughter, she was seeing her and she was trying to touch her.
And then that's the other one. What's the one when it's the grandkid? They never met the grandparent. So the kid gets a chance to see a hologram of their grandmother, and literally you can upload all this and you can have a conversation with your grandchild, even though you're gone.
Hey,
I wish I would be here.
I was there to see you. You look so much like your
Remember,
dad.
and then give them some point. Cook a pie with them. Wouldn't it be, Mom? If you could bring back grandma as a hologram, not the real grandma, a computer grandma, and she came in here and showed you how to make those rolls, would you do it?
She'll say, May, now you got to get 2 cups of flour. May, did you get the 2 cups of flour? Remember I told you and Sherry how to do it?
Would you do that, Mom? See, she says she don't know. I don't know. That's the future, though. And I don't know if I'm so much against it.
Maybe for certain things.
But
some people talk to it like every day.
I know if you lose your spouse, if you lose your spouse or something.
That's something.
But what if you used to coming home every day and you eat with your spouse and you could put a hologram of them across the table and y'all just eat?
And you eating with a hologram of your husband.
Yeah. It's not him, it's a hologram.
I guess if the mind sees that and it makes the spirit be calm, I don't know.
What if you want to play checkers with your grandfather?
No. It wouldn't be the same game. That wouldn't be fresh.
No. You upload his knowledge.
No, but it has to be the game in
the
that
computer's
moment.
Really playing. It's playing like him, though. So it's still making the move.
you upload things about their personality.
That too, but I'm saying I'm looking way ahead.
Oh, you looking at beyond the personality.
I'm looking at beyond the personality, where you feed all of this information into the computer, and the computer can figure out what your next move might have been just by the way you think.
I mean,
it's something, y'all.
I can't say nothing. That's the future.
Wendy says, like that Michael Jackson and Whitney concert that was a hologram. Yep. She says, ooh, that's creepy.
It is.
And Emerald said, but that is not genuine. Yeah, it's not real.
That's something.
But what about what I'm saying, guys? Not to replace them, but like you bring your mother back to cook. Like she uploads videos of her cooking, making her, rolls and her pies. And then you want to bring the hologram in to cook with her.
Because you feel like you need her there talking.
Instead of going and reading her recipes in the book, she's literally there cooking and you can see her.
It's interaction, AI interaction.
What'd you say, Mom? My mom says she don't want it. It's not her real mother.
You're interacting with an AI, artificial intelligence.
Isn't that something?
You're interacting with them.
Yeah.
So,
Wendy says Medgar Evers' son had never seen his father. He had the body exhumed and the casket open. He was very well preserved, and that was the first time he had ever seen his father. See, what about something like that, Wendy? If you pass on and your child is a baby, and they don't know, they've never listened to your voice and watched you talk. And they have a hologram of you talking, and they hear your voice.
That's granddaddy. Hi, granddaddy.
That's weird, ain't it?
Hey, baby.
Ma, what if you had that of your dad?
I don't know. That's different.
Oh, it's so weird.
You know what? I think it's videos of people to the next level. It's almost like
it's video to the 1800 power.
To the 25th power.
Because you can leave a video behind.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
the video
hologram.
is now
it comes out.
The video is now 3D moment and it's interacting with you.
And it can interact with you.
Ooh, that's scary.
Isn't that something? All right, but we don't know. We old anyway, so who knows how long this technology before the time we be gone. Wendy says holograms creep me out.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
We got a little taste of it on Star Trek, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The other the next generation. One of those shows.
Yeah.
Did a lot of holograms.
Last story before we leave.
Is this our donkey?
This is your donkey of the day.
Thank you.
Charlemagne the God from the Breakfast Club gives donkey of the day. Today, let me see what Emerald says. People will find a way to abuse it or try and be intimate with it. Yeah,
they showed that on one of the movies.
We messed up
everything. Got intimate.
Yeah,
because they didn't want to touch people. Yeah. It was one of those societies where you got dirty. You didn't do that anymore.
Right.
He made love to the hologram.
Well, it's so much. It'll be COVID and everything going out. You have to.
You make love.
You're gonna have a hologram husband. Yeah. Can you imagine? You have a hologram husband and you can make him look any way you want to. He can be Idris. He can look like Idris.
Pleasure you.
No, but that's your husband.
I know, pleasure.
He comes home.
Your hologram.
You want what you want to eat, honey? It's not real though.
I can't do fake.
It's not real. And then when the real Idris show up, you won't appreciate him because you've been messing around with hologram.
You fake.
Or he won't be perfect enough because people that have holograms
will be perfect.
They'll be perfect.
That's scary.
Not no fat stomach or flaps. All the men. You don't fit. My hologram, she got it going on.
But a hologram, you can't touch it.
Yes, you can. With those glasses on, feel like
you don't feel the touch.
Yes, you do.
Human touch.
Metaverse, which is Facebook, one of the companies that they are investing in, and I did have a stock in it.
Talking about that dummy?
No, I had a stock in it. It's the hand sensors. And what it can do is it can go into the metaverse and you can feel. I can feel the texture of your hair. I can feel your glasses. I can feel your face.
It's recreating that touch.
It's
of
that
whatever
touch.
That item is.
It's that touch.
Okay.
And the sensors are on. It's like a machine that you put over the fingers. And it's right now they use it for people who like lost their limbs and stuff. They can touch. And they can feel. They may have a mechanic arm, but they never knew what softness feels
and
like.
And I say, like, who was it that said it just now? It'll be abused.
They'll abuse it.
Remember,
but you will be able to feel and touch.
One of the things that Miles Monroe,
you do that now,
before he passed away, one of the sermons that he spoke about the things that the purpose of things can be abused.
Yeah.
And man tends to abuse the purpose of stuff.
Yeah, they do.
This was created for this. This is created
for
this.
We always do.
And we take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Because it's about pleasing the flesh.
The purpose was for people maybe who had skin cancer or the skin burnt off for them to be able to feel again. And some guy in his apartment was having sex with some... But the technology was meant for cancer patients.
Yes. The touch.
And it'll probably be the scientists taking it home and stuff.
Doing
so
stuff
you're right. It happens, whatever.
Okay.
But then look at all the people that's the cancer patients and stuff that will get.
It does help.
So anyway, donkey of the day. A man hid a gun in Taco Bell quesadilla during a Mississippi traffic stop.
Wow.
This guy was pulled over.
That was a big quesadilla.
He's coming from Taco Bell. The problem that he had was they saw him putting something in the Taco Bell bag.
Okay. Did he really put it in the quesadilla though?
He opened up the quesadilla.
That was smart.
And wrapped the gun in the quesadilla.
That's smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
But what's dumb was, why would you let them see you going in?
So they saw him do that.
They saw him.
Knucklehead, you're supposed to be on that.
Well, they saw him with the Taco Bell bag, putting something in it.
Oh, see, you messed up.
A man was taken into custody last week after Mississippi detectives say he hid a gun in his Taco Bell order during a traffic stop. The police department says that around 12:30 p.m., so it's lunchtime.
Okay.
Friday.
Okay.
The department's neighborhood enhancement team conducted a traffic stop. Detectives found two people inside the driver, Olivia Neff, and passenger Devin Mitchell. While detectives say the stop originally resulted from a traffic violation, officers conducted a probable cause search of the vehicle. Officials say the officers found distributed amounts of methamphetamine and liquid heroin, along with drug paraphernalia.
Oh, wow. They messed up right there.
However, one other item was found during the search. No mobile order needed. Detectives say Mitchell tried to hide his gun inside a folded quesadilla concealed in a Taco Bell bag.
Okay.
Mitchell faces multiple charges, including possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute while in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, possession of a weapon by a felon, and possession of paraphernalia. Neff received a simple traffic citation and was released at the scene. Okay, that's the other person.
Okay, Olivia,
I'm sorry. So this dude, I understand what he was doing.
If they wouldn't have seen him,
I understand.
He already was in trouble with all the other stuff.
This is what, if they wouldn't have seen him with that Taco Bell bag, that would have been a good thing.
That would have been a good thing.
I would have hid the drugs in the tacos. And then the gun in the quesadilla.
Because he already had, unfortunately, other paraphernalia that was there, other drugs and stuff. So the gun charge would have been less charges that he already got.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got that.
Because he would have hid it appropriately.
And then that's a heavy quesadilla.
I know. How big was that gun? I'm thinking, how big was that quesadilla?
I'm just saying, even if he
not
was
that big,
even if he was able to wrap it around there, he don't think if they pick up the bag, they'd be like, "Why is this bag here?" And then they opened up the bag and didn't see nothing, and they probably was like, "It's something in this bag," and they pulled out the quesadilla and was like,
"So that gun was all messy from all the cheese and meat and stuff." Okay, but that was a good
obviously
idea.
It was lunchtime. It was 12:30, so he got donkey of the day.
Okay,
poor guy.
Makes sense.
I don't know nothing about this man other than he's an idiot. So he's donkey of the day.
So we got some follow up.
Don't forget, guys, we got our joke book out. Make sure that y'all pick up our joke book. 100 family-friendly jokes.
Yep.
These are the jokes that we do every day. This is volume 1.
Purchase it on Amazon.
The the link is in the description. If you want to help support our channel, purchase this book. And what I think I'm going to do going forward is I may have people send me a tape or something of them reading a joke out of the book.
One of the jokes.
Yeah,
that would be funny.
And then hashtag it, and then we'll post it on our site and stuff.
So volume one. We got more volumes to come.
If you'll never be caught without a joke.
Yeah, that'll be your life of the party.
Yep. A truck driver was driving along on the freeway. A sign came up that read, let them buy their own book. You're right. Don't read the joke. Let them buy their own book. All right. There we go. There you go. We practiced that like 100 times, and she. Did that seem natural? That one was more natural. Because I was actually gonna let you read it, and then you figured that we practiced this. Let them buy their own book. Right. Okay. Y'all support our YouTube show and our jokes of the day. On the back of it is get ready for the. You're not gonna do it the way you rehearsed it. Kim, are you gonna stop that reading that book right there? Let them go buy it, Kim. Let them buy the 100 family-friendly jokes on Amazon. Thank you. The link is below. Thank you. But that one was more natural. Oh, okay. Because you kind of caught me off guard. That wait a minute, we didn't rehearse this. She actually starting to read a joke. No. So a man in this truck, Kim, let them buy the book, Kim. They buy their own joke book. Let them get the joke book. And then they can tell you a joke. We got a lot of jokes, so we got enough for volume 2. We'll do more volume 3. Yeah, so look out for volume 2. Yeah. All right, y'all. So don't forget to, what did you say? What did you say, Wendy? Wendy says you must see the movie Megan. What's the movie Megan? No, Wendy. What is that? Megan is evil. Oh, is that dog? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I don't want to see no AI that's evil. Yeah, Megan is bad. It's almost like glitch. However you program me. But then, I'm not listening. But she was supposed to protect her. Yes. So she probably was thinking. She did, but anybody that tries to harm her, including her mom. She took that life, though. You gotta go. Yeah, you're right. And that's one thing we need to be really prayerful about when we're dealing with AI in the future, even if we're still here. The fact that it can't take over. You know somebody gonna create a hologram Jesus. Yeah. And it's gonna be millions of people showing up in these places to go hear hologram Jesus. And he's just going to say stuff that was in the Bible.
Yeah, he's going to speak the word like he did when he was on earth.
Here's the thing. Word, so. What is he going to look like? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, let's see that.
Program him.
Is he going to have an afro?
Remember that old
Or is he going to have long, nice, stringy hair?
He's going to have locks. Remember those old-fashioned pictures of Jesus on the wall? We had the Last Supper, Martin Luther King, and the picture of Jesus. All back in the day.
And the dogs playing poker.
The dogs playing poker. Those are the famous 1970 pictures.
Yeah, that's the 19. Everybody had one.
They sure did.
So, Wendy says she had just lost her parents and became extremely connected to Megan. It was scary.
It was.
All right, y'all. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure you pick up our book on Amazon. And always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.